Hello everyone, welcome back to Quicks14Blog Add-on Special. This is part 2 with FuBar, Bartender4, and AutoBar. So that's what we're going to show you here today. Now I have sped up this video a bit because I did go a little over on my recording time for these three. So we're going to go kind of fast here going through FuBar. First and foremost, as you can see, FuBar is those top lines at the top and the bottom. Simply right click on it to bring up the options pane here for FuBar, and there are many different options. You can create another bar on top of the two default bars. You can hide the bars, you can move the bars, you can set the bars where you like. It's very, very convenient, very nice. You can scale the font size in order to make more bar room. I just found that out myself recently, which is great because I have so much on my FuBar. You can also set thickness, which is basically how thick the bar is from top to bottom. And how transparent the bar is as well. Very, very nice. You can set the colors for the background, scan it, all kinds of stuff. My apologies, I'm getting over a sinus cold, so excuse me if I do cough or anything through here. So you can set your bar up, you can lock it in place so you don't move it. You can set the position you want it. You can also move stuff off the bar. As you can see, you can just pick it up, drag it, drop it. Very, very nice. You can move from top bar, bottom bar that way, or you can set them individually in the plugins area. FuBar is very versatile. It's very easy. I know a lot of people use Titan Panel. I was one of those people who used Titan Panel a lot, and I got converted to FuBar, mainly through, and I just found it very much. Here's another way you can change size, and this is the spacing. Besides the font size, you can change the spacing real easy, and as you can see, it'll make a lot more room. It's very, very nice. You can also change the font size of the tooltips and stuff to see what it is, and all that good stuff. So you can make it as big or as little as you like. It's very nice, and how transparent it is for the tooltip. The profile, so you can set it up for each profile, really easy. By default, I believe FuBar is account wide, so it'll be on by account. FuBar also adds a whole bunch of these options lists here that you can see in that drop down, and as we go through other add-ons, and especially FuBar specific add-ons, we will go through that more. It's very nice. Like I said, you can move things around, set things the way you like. Very, very easy and nice to use. I suggest you get it. For those worried about older FuBars, because I know this is a newer FuBar out, there is a I can't remember the exact name. It's a like an older FuBar or whatever that comes with it that can be used. Now we're going to take a look at Bartender4 here. Excuse me. Bartender4 is a really nice add-on that replaces your standard button bars, as well as your back bar and your command bar or your button bar. You can set for bar snapping, so you can make it so you can move the bars real easy by simply clicking on it. You can of course change the way where you want it. Mini map icon will put it in the mini map, so if you don't have FuBar, that's where default it will be. You can use the vehicle UI for Blizzard, or you can use the vehicle or keep the normal UI you have and just use the vehicle buttons. You can set it up by accounts, all that good stuff. Real easy to use, pretty self-explanatory. You have all 10 bars, the standard bars that you can find. They all have their options to be enabled, disabled, usable. Their alpha scale, how big you want, padding, how many buttons you want there to be, the grid, so if you want them, gridded, how many rows, so you can make them vertical or horizontal at will. Really nice in order for you to use them. Very, very simple, and this is pretty standard throughout all the bars. I took too much time when I was recording these to go through every single thing, and that's why I've had to speed this up a bit. As you can see, the grid just brings up the grid, and of course you have some extra options here, such as click through. So if you have something that you want to be able to click through. The back bar, of course, there is at the bottom, and it has its options, of course, to fade out, to be used or not. That's what fade out does. You just simply click it and it'll fade out until you mouse over it, which is nice to keep it clean. Tons of options, as you can see. for different areas, so it'll hide in specific forms, or it'll always hide, or it'll only show up during specific times. State configurations tells you when to change the bar, what to set it for, when you are. Like for instance, if you have, if you're a druid like I am, and we shapeshift to bear form or cat form, and you set icons up there, it'll automatically switch to that as it's supposed to. Set up where you want the anchor to be set for, the scale, its actual position offset, which is really interesting. And of course, there's the bag bar itself. For the bags, you can set their alpha, of course their scale, their padding, their rows, so you can make it vertical or horizontal. Excuse me. You can have it set up to show the keyring or hide the keyring. You can make it just one button for your bag. You can have it set for click through. Again, fade out, just like the other one. And of course where it is on the map. Then you have the macro bar, which is the main bar with all your options, talents, character sheet, quests, all that stuff. Same deal on the options here: scale, font, alpha, padding, the rows, all that. And again, you can make it vertical or horizontal. And of course, its visibility if you want it to fade out or not, and of course its position. Pet bar is the same. You can see the pet bar right there. Obviously, if you don't have any pets, you don't have to worry about pets. It won't matter. You can set your UI as you like. Again, these are profile. This is on a character by character basis. Bartender4 is, so you can set things up as you like. You can load in another character. Load your first one you set up as like your base system. It'll automatically move all the bars to where you had it, and then you can adjust it as you see fit. This is also true for AutoBar that we're going to take a look at here in a minute. Your reputation bar or your leveling bar if you have the standard leveling or reputation bar, if you're not using Explorer or Mirage UI's bars. Excuse me. And of course, the actual profile itself, so you can load in the profiles, save profiles, set it up for specific stuff. Real nice. So you can just load it up in there. You click on it, it'll load it up. You can copy it to a different one. And that's an FAQ, covers a lot of information too. It's not as complicated as it looks. It's pretty straightforward, pretty simple. Of course, you can download that as well from all the major places, so no problems there. Next, we're going to take a look at AutoBar. AutoBar has a lot of features on it. The reason it's called AutoBar is because it automatically updates itself and show itself as needed, as you can see here. These are our AutoBars. Now, we're going to take a look here. We can move the bars very easily, as you can see. By clicking on it once, like that one is here, it will turn red and it will automatically hide. Now we click again, now it will be showable. There are many different types of bars and buttons associated with them. These are really handy. Excuse me, these are really handy, as you'll see here in a minute. Different options on there for the sticky frames to keeping them in place or to clamp on to things. You can set up new categories, new buttons. All the buttons are in place for buffs, food, cat forms, charge, classes, etc. And of course, like I said, you can create new bars, new buttons, and new bars as well. Again, excuse me, including quest items. So if you have quest items, like you've probably seen me in some of my videos, for those who keep track of my blog, using quest items that are in my AutoBar, or before it was in my quest guru, or when that's not in my quest guru, I will use items that are quest related in my AutoBar. It's not perfect, and I know AutoBar is a little out of date. I don't think there's been an update to it recently, but it's still a really nice add-on, and I enjoy using it, and it does work just fine. But it does have some bugs that you need to look out for. Nothing major that's going to impede you playing, though. You can set up the bars to have different options: their fade out time, their padding, their size, if you want to be vertical, horizontal, their scale, how big you want it, how little you want it, and how you want the pop-up windows of different icons to show up: top, left, right, whatever. All that good stuff. And of course, we are going to show you where the download URL is here now. It can be found from all the major sites. As you can see here, there's all your quest items, there's my professions, there's potions, there's all my potions, there's my mounts and shapes, there's my teleportations as well as my hearthing and all that good stuff. So as you can see, I also could tell, can't see it because of the overlay, but I have my shapeshift things out there as well as the stealth and go into bear form, and also have my buffs down there to be really easy like. It's very, very nice. So that's all we got for this part. Coming up next in Add-on Special Part 3, Arc Inventory and Quest Crew we're going to go over. As you'll see, very, very nice add-ons. I use them extensively. I know you've seen a lot of me using Quest Crew, and I get a lot of questions about it. So I know you want to stick around for that. Arc Inventory, of course, has to do with your bags, so stick around for that as well. See you next time.